Hey, can I get a drink? Where's the regular guy? I'm pitching in here tonight, and tonight we're making a Scofflaw cocktail. Welcome and hi everybody. Tonight we're making a Scofflaw cocktail. So this is really an interesting one. It's a Prohibition era cocktail. It's a classic cocktail invented at Harry's Bar in Paris. And it was really invented for American expats there who could not drink back in America. And so they were thought it was a funny idea to just say, hey, we're scofflaws, we're drinking here. But back in America, they can't drink. It's transatlantic that way because they invented it with an American whiskey in mind. There was no American whiskey because of Prohibition. They brought in Canadian whiskey, that's rye whiskey, so we're making it with that. And so for that reason, it's really, it's got a fun story behind it. The other thing about it is the word scofflaw, which I kind of don't like. It reminds me of like a dirty martini. It's like, there's nothing dirty about it. Just put briny olive juice in my martini. Don't call it dirty. I don't want to know what you're thinking when you're calling a dirty martini. You know, it's just, it's a naughty thing for no reason. And so I just find the word scofflaw is a little discomforting, like the word moist or something. Anyways, the word scofflaw was invented in the 20s with this idea in mind of somebody drinking illegally. And so the Boston Herald held a contest. What is the word to describe something where you're drinking illegally? And they got 20,000 submissions, 25,000 submissions. And they had a contest. You won $200, which was a lot of money back then. And so you then, and they had this contest, and somebody came up with the word scofflaw, which is somebody scoffing at the law. And that's what they named the cocktail after. So that's all, and that's all happened in Paris at Harry's Bar. And so we're going to make that tonight. The other thing is, the other reason I wanted to make it tonight, it's also the Jewish holiday of Purim. And so it does sort of have a little vague Middle Eastern kind of connection to it in that it does have Grenadine in it, which is reduced pomegranate. So that's Middle Eastern. And I'm also, just to make it enhance the trend, I coated the glass with Sumac, which is a Middle Eastern spice. It's ground cherry pits. So it does have a little bit of that theme going on. Anyways, here's the lineup. So in the ingredients, it's fresh squeezed lemons, it's grenadine. I made my own grenadine. Roses, which is available at supermarkets, is really sweet, and I don't know if it has any pomegranate juice in it. It's just very bright, unnaturally bright red. And so I made it my own using store-bought pomegranate juice. It tends to be a little sweet, so I don't really add that much sugar to it, but you kind of reduce it around a little bit and make it get a little thick, and it's a good option. I'm using rye whiskey. Some people call it for bourbon. It really needs the spiciness, and it's originally, but it really does need the spiciness of rye. And then it does have, and I'm using dry vermouth. I'm using the Dolan. Dolan is a very dry vermouth, so it kind of balances all of this out. So let's mix it up. 1.5 ounces of rye. 1 ounce of the dry vermouth. 3/4 of an ounce of the lemon, and then 3/4 of an ounce of the grenadine. And so there you have it. It does have citrus in it, so of course you do, you shake it. And so then I coated the glass here with sumac, and I'm shaked, and here we go. And I'm pouring it in. It has a nice color to it, this pinkish reddish color. I think it's a bad sign if it comes out bright red, because that means you use the phony grenadine. But here it is. The sumac really enhances it. The drink itself is a good one. It has this nice balance between the citrus and the bitterness of the grenadine and the spiciness of the rye. And so there you have it. It's a good one. I encourage everybody to make it. Let me know what you think in the comments too about the word scofflaw. I think it's kind of naughty. Maybe I'm off base. Tell me what you think. Drink one and tell me, and then comment. See you next week.